Hello, Constantine here. Today's video is going to be about the patch notes that were released on August the 10th. We have some noteworthy changes, but in all, nothing to really shake up the meta, besides the removal of Crucible Trees and the changes to Vengeant Cascade, which we'll talk about in a bit later. First, we will go over the Atlas and Atlas passive changes. Some noteworthy maps this patch are Haunted Mansion, Mesa, and Palace. Palace is a map layout that contains the boss Dominus, which drops a Sephiroth card. The card stacks to 11 and redeems for 10 divines. The other two are just good and fun layouts. Mesa especially is great for speed farming league mechanics and influence progression. Haunted Mansion also drops the Apothecary card, according to the wiki. I don't know if this will remain true or is a relic of the past. However, Haunted Mansion dropped the Apothecary card in 3.20, and Haunted Mansion was removed from the pool in 3.21, so we will find out if that is still the case. There are, however, some maps that we are sad to see leave. A bit for the Blight enjoyers, pour one out for the homies. Waste Pool and Toxic Sewers are leaving the map pool for this patch. These maps were a mile above for Blight League mechanic compared to other maps, so we'll have to figure out what our new strategy is going to be when it comes to farming Blight within our maps. Defiled Cathedral was also great for adding certain league mechanics that do well in tight areas. I'm not aware of anyone who farmed Crimson Township, and Crimson Temple is still in, so let's go MFers. Shaping the Valleys and Shaping the Seas are being removed. People typically use these early on in the league for a combined 30% increased chance for maps to drop as one tier higher. They are compensating for these by bumping the remaining small nodes up by 1%. They are also adding a new node called Shaping the World. This notable will have final map bosses, and each map have a 5% chance to drop an additional connected map. Maps found have 10% chance to be one tier higher. The two small nodes leading up to the notable have 5% each for maps in area to be one tier higher. This is technically a nerf. However, if you're farming a natural tier 15 that connects to a tier 16 or a tier 16 that connects to a tier 15, this is almost a break even. Where Shaping the Valleys and Shaping the Seas used to be, they're replacing with two new nodes. These are called Bold Undertakings and Overloaded Circuits. Bold Undertakings grants Fortune Favors the Brave, applies an additional random option, but it doubles the cost of Fortune Favors the Brave. Overloaded Circuits adds league map crafting options. Also choose 3 notable Atlas passive skills associated with that league to treat as allocated. This could be great if a league mechanic you enjoy has too many points associated with it, such as travel nodes, and you want to go somewhere else. Pathing to Overloaded Circuits might be easier as it's near the center of the Atlas passive tree. You can now treat notables spec'd so long as it's the option you choose on the map device, so not additional league mechanics that you're adding to your map without the map device. One immediate use that comes to mind are the right side of the tree builds that want to also include Essence. Essence has a lot of travel nodes and a lot of fluff nodes associated with them, and the most important part of Essences are their notables. There's 4 Essence notables on the tree, 3 of them which are really good. One of them just adds an additional essence, so it's roughly a 90% chance that you're going to see the 3 notables that you want, or at least 2 out of the 3 that you want, while still having essences in your map and not having to waste 20 some odd points traveling and or picking up essence nodes. There's also some interesting changes to Beyond. They're adding 3 new notable skills. 2 of them seem pretty good. 30% more divination cards found from Beyond Demons in your maps that are followers of Katash, and that node also gives you a 100% increased chance to be followers of Katash. The other one is 30% more basic currency items found from Beyond Demons in your maps that are followers of Baydat. The node also does a similar thing where it adds an additional 100% increased chance for the followers to be of that type. don't know the ratios of seeing each of the different types of followers. However, each of the nodes has a 100% increased chance. So if it's anything like the bestiary nodes, you're going to see them quite frequently. One massive hit to this league are the Legion changes. This probably almost immediately kills the boosting community. While still probably being the fastest way to level to 100, it may no longer be the most economically viable unless the market adjusts significantly. The max level for the Domain of Timeless Conflict from using the normal stones are an additional 2. This brings the level to 82 instead of 84. They've also removed the 100% increased XP gain from the Timeless Conflict. This would probably work out to being 3 to 4 times the number of runs required to reach level 100, while only increasing the runs to get to level 80 by a very small margin. To no one's surprise, Vengeant Cascade has been entirely gutted. The notable no longer provides projectile speed or attacks projectiles returned to you. It now has returning projectiles have 150% increased speed. It's unclear if this is considered projectile speed for the purposes of the bow mastery, but it almost doesn't matter. People are probably going to anoint the +1 bow attack projectiles, and the Nimi stonks are going to go up. Not relevant to the league, but relevant to the mindset of GGG going into this patch. Totem Explode passive from the Crucible skill tree is now 5% of its original strength. Apparently, Totem Explode was way beyond the pale in terms of power level for GGG. So rip Totem Explode. They didn't attack it from all angles like they would normally in the past, so there might be still something you can do with it, but I'd imagine any build that significantly relied on damage being dealt from the totems exploding on death are likely gone. One thing that utterly surprised me going into this league, I thought for sure that Pathfinder would receive significant adjustments. There are no changes to the Master Surgeon node, likely making Pathfinder a back-to-back grade league start pick for most build archetypes. Raider is also a good pick. This probably means that Ranger is most likely going to be the #1 picked class for the first week or 2 of the league. Now, I'm also surprised by the lack of adjustments to the passive skill tree for the league in general. There are a lot of changes to passive skills and ascendancies that assisted ruthless players by plugging holes in their gear, that are changes being made only to ruthless and not to the base game, such as flat armor from evasion and determination. Flat armor and evasion from determination and grace. These no longer exist. They're just gone, and ruthless only. I don't know why. There are really no other big changes otherwise to any skills or ascendancies or items for that matter. Things that you enjoyed at the start of the Crucible should still work, provided they didn't get massive power or were build enabling from the Crucible passive skill tree. Overall, the league should still be fun. No changes, so you know exactly what you can play and enjoy. There are no massive meta shakeups, except for Vengeant Cascade. Rip again, pour one out for the homies. Also, Nimi stonks going up. For those of you wondering what I'll be doing at the beginning of the league, Essence is a craftable league mechanic, and it's 2 chaos this league, and it pairs very nicely with Blight. So I will probably be doing a lot of blighting and clearing those essences for my maps, rinse and repeat, starting on low tier maps, working my way up to tier 16s. I will need to locate a good map for Blight now that Waste Pool and Toxic Sewer are not in rotation. It should make for a strong start. Saving 1 chaos every map on the map device from essences over last league when they were 3 chaos should make the league start that much quicker. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on the patch notes. If you liked the video, please subscribe and leave a like. Until next time, stay safe, Exiles.